Hello, my name is Evyn Kropf. I'm librarian for Near Eastern and Religious Studies and curator of the Islamic Manuscripts Collection here at the University Library. I'm here to discuss one of the medical manuscripts from the Islamic Manuscripts Collection, namely this small, compact volume which carries a 15th century manuscript witness of a medical work called the Qānūnchah, or Little Qānūn, after Ibn Sina's renowned treatise. I'll talk a bit about what the manuscript tradition, and particularly such things as annotations and material qualities of a manuscript copy such as this one, can suggest to us regarding the work's significance within the realm of the historical study and practice of Greco-Islamic medicine. The Qānūnchah is an extremely popular Arabic medical compendium, most likely authored by Mahmud ibn Muhammad ibn Umar al-Jaghmini, a scholar who died in 1344. The Qānūnchah is divided into 10 sections, each of which is divided into smaller chapters. These sections address such topics as fundamental medical principles, anatomy, physical condition, treatment for ill patients, management of well patients, and various classes of diseases, including diseases of the head. And we see the opening for that section on diseases of the head here. Though in his preface, the author, al-Jaghmini, claims to have compiled his work from extracts taken from ancient works on medicine, a review of the work suggests that he simply drew from Ibn Sina's Qānūn. Nevertheless, evidence in the manuscript tradition indicates that his work became quite important. First, a significant number of manuscript copies survive in collections around the world. These copies include annotations that indicate that the work was heavily studied, regularly consulted, and even incorporated into the curricula of schools of medicine. Numerous surviving copies of commentaries upon the work attest still further to its scholarly popularity and its significance. This particular copy, now preserved in our own collection, was transcribed in the year 880, which corresponds to 1475 or 1476 of the Common Era, by one Bakhshi ibn Mustafa al-Khaghalai, who has provided his name and the date in a colophon here at the close of the volume. He may have produced this copy in the course of his studies or for ready consultation. He transcribed the text on a well-burnished paper, folded to this small format, and were we to lift the page to allow light to pass through, we would see that it is without watermarks, and with so-called chain lines, which are an artifact of the cover of the papermaker's mold, grouped roughly in threes. This suggests a local product, a paper that may have been produced in the vicinity of northern Syria, far southeastern Anatolia, where the manuscript circulated. Beyond the original copyist, 6 later owners are identified in inscriptions here at the opening of the volume. For the most part, each subsequent owner has made an effort to obscure the identity of a previous owner by obliterating his name or crossing through his ownership mark. For example, in this area, we have a statement in the name of one Mustafa ibn Abdulaziz, who along with his father was a physician in Aleppo. Here we have a statement in the name of one Muhammad al-Khalasi, and adjacent to that, we have a statement in the name of his son, Mustafa, who apparently inherited the volume from his father. Small and easily portable, the volume may have been regularly consulted by its numerous former owner physicians, even after they completed their formal studies with it. They have certainly annotated the volume with marginal comments and side heads for navigation to passages of interest. And for example, here we have a few annotations that happen to be in the hand of one of the former owners. An ownership statement for him appears here, the opening of the volume, and we can read his name as Sayyid Muhammad ibn al-Hajj Muhammad Sabuni. Further attesting to the heavy use are several notable repairs, such as the cloth mends to the spine and the lower cover, replacements for missing folios have also been provided, likely by the aforementioned Mustafa ibn Abdulaziz. If we look to the hand that has transcribed the text of the opening folios and compare it with that of this ownership statement, we see that they are the same. Despite its diminutive size and lack of extravagant decoration, this volume was clearly heavily used and valued by its numerous former owners who annotated its margins and repaired its text pages and cover. Its materials are not lavish and perhaps were more within the means of the students and medical practitioners who owned and consulted the volume. Its portability and ease of handling allow us to imagine its practicality in service not only of acquiring knowledge in this subject, but in putting that knowledge into practice. And if you're interested in learning more about this manuscript, you're more than welcome to contact our Special Collections Library, or even to consult our online catalog, Merlin, where you'll find a full description of the manuscript and a link to a digitized version of the manuscript in Hati Trust.